There's always something special about coming to Ireland, with its stunning scenery, beautiful coastline, and ageless towns and villages where time somehow just seems to move a little more slowly. And of course there's the Clarke, that uniquely Irish form of convivial conversation and laughter. We're in lovely County Fermanagh in Northern Ireland, at one of Europe's most spectacular new golf developments, the Lough Erne Resort, where this year's Lough Erne Challenge is a friendly contest between North and South. The much-praised Faldo Championship course is the setting for a better ball stroke play match between four of the players who have helped to take Irish golf to unprecedented heights in recent years. Northern Ireland's Rory McIlrony and Clarke against the Republic of Ireland's Shane Lowry and Padraig Harrington.
Very rarely do we make an effort to travel to a venue early, but having been here last year at Lough Erne, having sampled everything, all the facilities here, and particularly the Thai spa facility, we made the effort to come.
It's a beautiful golf course. I've played it a few times, and it's very picturesque. And when you get out the holes around the turn, like 8, 9, 10, along the water there, it is beautiful. It's a really nice place to come and spend a bit of time.
Rory played Padraig, of course, in last year's inaugural Lough Erne Challenge, but this will be the first visit for Shane Lowry and Clarke.
Obviously the setting's beautiful. I haven't, as you said, I haven't played the course as yet. I've heard lots of good things about it from Rory and Padraig, so it'll be interesting to get out there and play.
This is my first time here. It's what a place, and I can't think of a nicer place to be. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow, and I'm sure there will be maybe 4,000 or 5,000 people there watching, and it should be great fun playing with the three lads, and we'll have a good time.
The course designer is sitting alongside me. We'll hear from Sir Nick Faldo in just a moment. Meantime, the 6-time major champion's statue looks out over his creation.
It's a course built on strategy. It's all about picking the right shot to hit at the right time. You can't just try and overpower with strength. It's a thinker's golf course, no question about it. You've got to probably be reasonably conservative off the tee, and then you can be very aggressive into the greens. The greens are in superb condition, but there's some nice movement in it, so it's all about hitting those second shots close.
There's a few drivable par 4s out there that you can get to, but then there's a few par 5s that aren't really in reach, so it is a nice blend, a nice mixture of holes.
Unfortunately, the weather didn't oblige for this year's challenge. It was a wet morning when the players warmed up in the range, but all four were looking forward to the match and taking it seriously.
Padraig, he's won 3 majors. He's one of the best players in the world, so I'm sure he's going to play well, and hopefully we'll bounce off each other.
None of us wants to lose, that's for sure. So it will be difficult. Obviously, they have home advantage, and certainly Rory knows the golf course better than any of us. But in a 4-ball format, I think we'll try and throw some birdies at them, and it will come down to really who plays better on the day.
Padraig hasn't been playing, to his potential of late, but there's signs that his form's coming back, and Shane had a good week last week at the Open and stuff. So I'm sure if those boys get on the run, they'll give us a good match.
Despite the weather, those famously enthusiastic Irish golf fans turned out in their thousands to see the Big Four. And Nick, I'm sure you're looking forward to seeing how they cope with your course.
Well, very much. Thank you, Dougie. Yes, it's a lovely spot. It's a beautiful loch, and it's been quite a process to get this golf course into the ground. A lot of boundary changes over the years, but I'm extremely happy with what we've created now at Faldo Design. My chosen architect, Guy Hockley, spent many a day, many an hour here, and we've enjoyed obviously the hospitality as well is fantastic.
I suppose when you're designing the course, you're designing it as a resort course for maybe high handicappers to enjoy, but at the same time, you want it to be a championship course. You want to see these guys tested.
Well, very much so. Here's the first hole. And this is one of the toughest drives I've seen in the world. You've got the lower lock there on the right, and I was there just prior to this event, and it was a hard left-to-right wind, so all you're doing is looking at the lock, and you can see these 2 magnificent trees there down the right-hand side of the screen. They're kind of in play. If you bottle out and pull it left, you'll clatter into those and leave quite a tough shot. And we put that first green on kind of broadside, so depth perception is quite difficult at the first. Anyway, opening tee shot, And guess what? Yes, he was thinking of the lock on the right. But with these guys' length, you can see he carried right through the tree canopy there and has got quite a long way up there up the left side.
Got away with that a little bit. I think the spectators might have helped Shane, but now his playing partner for the Republic of Ireland, 3-time major champion, Padraig Harrington.
Oh, yes, look at that.
Very nice.
Splitting the fairway.
One of my little design philosophies is if you've made the effort to go and warm up and prepare yourself, then if the first hole is a challenge, then you'll be rewarded. Anybody else who just wanders out the car park and has a couple of 3 stretches and wanders to the first, I guarantee you won't be on the second tee feeling quite the same.
Yeah, very nice.
And Darren, who's been in pretty good form recently,
It's dry.
ran it close at the Scottish Open at Lough Lomond, falling just behind Eduardo Molinari, and that's a good tee shot by Darren.
That was his 3rd stretch, I think, of the morning. And now we have the young whippersnapper, Rory, with the beautiful syrupy golf swing.
Look at that.
Very nice.
He's very special,
well done,
Rory
JP.
McIlroy, and of course he has a home on the course here, Nick, doesn't he? So he knows it better than the other 3, put it that way.
Very much so. I think that will obviously help him. Playing blind, many professionals we can play a golf course blind. Obviously, we work off yardages absolutely, all the time. But that little bit of extra knowledge of the odd wind direction or the odd slope will help.
What a shame about the weather, but I remember from Baltray last year, the Irish Open at County Louth, when the weather was a bit like this. It doesn't deter these Irish fans at all. They love their golf and they turn out.
See Darren at the first trying a little punch, a little knockdown.
This is very awkward. This.
Front right hole location.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Dermot.
I think that's tame-ish for openers.
Padraig.
There's a view from behind. That's what the players see. You can see a little bit of a false front. And green's pretty firm considering it's hammering down. Rory on his way. Only from 90 yards, that might have a... No, you see, tried to zip back, but damp conditions stopped that.
Bit of old stroke play, remember? Clarke and McIlrony against Harrington and Lowry.
Well, that's a nice, easy format because, guys can be very aggressive. You're always making assumptions that your partner will back you up.
Oh!
You can see that was exactly what Shane was thinking. I'll have a go at that if it's...
I like your trust in me, partner.
Yeah, take the easy route, try and ram it into the flagstick.
Padraig said, I like your trust in me, partner. I think we're going to have some fun today. There'll be a bit of banter flying, that's for sure. Now Harrington for birdie.
Oh!
I'll give you that one.
Oh!
Darren's at the wind-up already.
So Darren coming slightly, obviously downhill. And you look, he just tickles it. The green's beautifully prepared.
I'll tell you what, Nick, given the weather, they look pretty quick, don't they?
Well, I was there for preparation for the Open Championship before the Open, obviously, and for a couple of days, and weather was good. Good to fair, rain once.
Oh, okay.
But obviously, while we were all up at
Don't leave it short.
Scotland for the Open Championship at St Andrews, it was obviously very dry, and golf course looks beautiful and firm.
Birdie chance for Rory.
Yeah. Robbed we were. You don't need to finish, I got a 4.
I'm kicking my own score though.
Like that.
For his handicap.
From a handicap, yeah.
Should we be sporting and giving him that in the first grade?
Yeah, I think Rory's last handicap was probably about +6 as an amateur.
Yeah, he was a hugely talented young teenager, wasn't he? Everyone knew he was going to be a star. If you can never say that, because you must have seen kids
Roy,
who looked as if they had every chance that didn't make it.
Well, you do, exactly, but it's the X factor, isn't it? What they've got inside that we don't know about. Here's
magnificent.
Porter getting a little bit of sarcastic praise for holding that one.
So a nice gentle introduction. The opening hole halved and par fours. And off we head to the second. The Republic of Ireland against Northern Ireland. And since we're in Northern Ireland, I guess McIlrony and Clarke will have probably most of the support, but it's a very friendly match, and the fans will thoroughly enjoy seeing this contest. This is Lowry into the second.
Yeah, try to create kind of like a little Pinehurst look here. No bunkers on this hole, just drive it up to the top of the hill, but you can't run out of fairway. You can't just blast it over the hill. There's a little rough ribbon, and there's Rory. As we thought, local knowledge, knew exactly what to do. Just put it to the top of the hill. 75-yard second shot. These guys will always get up and down. And then the third, par 3. Lovely hole. Visually, the green looks tiny compared to the actual size. And this is one of the toughest hole locations on the front left corner, because anything that goes past that by about 3 or 4 paces will be down into a very deep bunker. So Rory knew exactly where to land that one in the front left corner of the green and feed it down. Here he is up at the fourth, par 5. And watch this one, how he works this one in left to right. You land it up on that top left shelf, and there's a ridge in the middle of the green. If you've got the fade and you've got the ground fade, you get well rewarded.
So Rory in spectacular form early on. He birdied 2, birdied 3, and now he's got an eagle chance at 4. So Darren can relax and let his young partner do the work. This is Shane Lowry. This for his birdie at the 4th. Oh, very nicely holed by Big Shane. So after 4 holes, they've both made a very good start. Harrington and Lowry 2 under par, but thanks largely to Rory, McIlrony and Clarke are 3 under.
Now we move up to the 5th, the par 3, as the players come through the crowd here. Then the 5th is very versatile. You can play this from a forward tee to a front pin. We might be a little like 9-9, 8-iron, very difficult. As you can see the green set there up on top of the rock wall, all the lovely natural reeds. We made sure we kept all that, and we actually had to cut a path through those, in fact, so you could at least see the green. And I've got plans to trim those down just a touch so you can see a little bit more wall to scare you. But it's massive green, about 45 paces from front left to back right. Whole location today, right in the top left-hand corner. So a couple of big runoffs there to guard that whole location.
And you could play this hole quite a bit longer, Nick, couldn't you?
We actually can. I went obviously rather back to you. It was about 2:15. These guys, we're feeling soft for them. We've got them at 197.
Let's see whether Rory can continue this terrific start of his. Well, it looks like he can. Another great tee shot from Rory.
Wow, that's a fabulous shot. Got it on top of the ridge, got it to release. This is not really a 2-hole. This isn't one to scare you.
Now Shane Lowry will be defending his 3 Irish Open title at Killarney.
That didn't look too pretty, and oops.
You just want to use that?
No, you can't miss it on that side, that's for sure.
I'll be telling you that no matter what.
Padraig always likes to work the ball against the breeze. Have a little fade or a little draw, and there's one of those little catchment areas. It goes down there, and that is what we'd almost call short-siding yourself. That will require a little bit of touch.
And the rain has relented a little bit as well. Umbrellas are down. For how long, we don't know, but lots of cameras around. Great to see these players close up and hearing the interaction between them. Good atmosphere.
Yeah, Padraig landed it, as you can see, fast. Landed on the upslope, and it's just about gone off the other side.
That really is impressive to have the greens at that speed in this weather. Great effort. Now Clarke for birdie.
In.
Oh, hello.